Alastair, 3 rounds left. What are the most significant parts in terms of what you can get out of these last 3 rounds?
Yeah, we've spoken quite regularly the last few weeks about trying to finish the season really strongly. And I think that's the go for us, West Coast, Richmond. You know, the stuff that we're doing in the last few weeks of the season is more about season 2025 and season 2026 than it is necessarily right now. But the stuff that we can do right now can help us so much in preparation for that. So yeah, we're going to play the season right out to the line. So we've got 3 games to go. We've got obviously West Coast this week, Dogs the week after, and then the Horse last game of the year. So yeah, we've got an enormous amount to get out of the last part of the season. If the very simple part of it is just giving our players more exposure to playing against good opponents, and you know, West Coast are in really good form. They had a great win last week. They were terrific the week before too against Fremantle in the derby. So yeah, we're going to need to play really well on the weekend. But we're enjoying the opportunity to be more competitive in games, and irrespective of the opponent, you know, we've been smashed in one game since the bye against Sydney up in Sydney. But outside of that, we've been really competitive in all games in the second half of the year. So that's what we want to continue in the last 3 games of the year.
Compared to this time last year, do you feel like you are building really well into 2025?
Well, I think we've seen some progress with our players. It's yet to materialise into a big bank of victories for us, but you know the emergence of Big X in the ruck. You know, Harry Sheasels had another terrific year and backed up his first year into the comp. You know, David Uniacke in the middle of the ground is particularly the second half of the year really strong. Comben, you know, Archer rising star, McKercher rising star nominee. You know, George again, another rising. So there's some things behind the scenes type of things that we measure ourselves on that just yet aren't materialising into victories for us. But we're seeing ourselves just slowly get better in some key parts of our footy club, and hopefully we consolidate that over the course of the next 12 months. Then some of these victories come our way too. You know, there's just stuff internally, you know, the environment around our footy club, the vibe around the place, still an enjoyable place to come to work and try to get better every day. And that's why we're encouraged by what we might be able to get out of the last 3 rounds of the season, rather than just let the season peter out and just start looking forward to next year. You know, the vibe around the place and the energy of the group is really strong, that they still come to work wanting to get better every day.
So Tristan, All-Australian ruckman, do you think?
Oh, that'll be for others to judge, but you know, in terms of what we've asked him to do, you know, part of that is just, you know, him getting the opportunity to do it. You know, obviously Goldie was a great stalwart of a footy club and had a firm grip on that ruck spot for a long period of time. But we knew that Big X was going to emerge into that spot, and part of it was his body. Last year he hurt his ankle in the first game of the year and missed the next 15 games, I think, or thereabouts. But you know, he's got his opportunity. He's been really durable this year, and he's played some terrific footy for us. And you know, not just with his with what you'd expect to be his big man type of craft, which is his marking and competitiveness in the air and in the ruck duels, but his follow-up work and his tackling and positioning around the ground has really improved over the course of the year.
George Wardler in a non-contact cap out there today. Is the benefit of him getting the last 2 games of the season still outweighing sort of putting him in cotton wool for next season?
Yeah, he's fine. He just had a hiccup from that Geelong game. So yeah, if we took the view that, you know, 2 or 3 games don't matter, then we'd put everyone in cotton wool and just say, let's get on to next season. But that's not our view. We're going to play the line, and George will be part of that. So we'll miss this week's game because of the protocols, but he'll be available to play next week.
Any thoughts on the possibility of a wild card round? AFL seems to be floating that, and then club bosses seem like they like the idea. What do you think about sort of getting into the traditional top 8?
Yeah, well, I don't like copying everything that they do in the US, but they do come up with some good ideas from time to time. And you know, if the league saw fit as we continue to expand our competition, Tassie coming into the comp, and I dare say at some point in time they'll want to equalise the competition so that there's 20 teams in the comp rather than 19. So rewarding some teams who have had pretty good years, particularly this year where it's so even. You know, someone could miss the finals this year, having a winning season, which is quite unusual. So yeah, anything that they think is going to progress the game and make it better for clubs, make it better for players, but make it better for spectators in the game itself. If that adds to the excitement of it all, then I'm all for it.
Is it fair like a 10th team can knock out a 6th? There'd have to be some mechanism to.
Well, it'd be 10th versus 7th, wouldn't it? But yeah, they're all the mechanisms that they need to work through. But yeah, it just adds a bit of excitement to it and gives teams through the middle part of the ladder some reward for having winning seasons.
We've had the court documents come out, the federal court case against Hawthorn. What's your reaction been this week, having those allegations sort of resurface again through the documents?
Oh, well, it's just been an ongoing process, really. You know, we've been through a whole heap of mechanisms over a long period of time. You know, investigation process, Human Rights Commission. It's just been really unfortunate that we haven't been able to reach a resolution to this point in time. But if the federal court platform provides us with that opportunity, you know, the Hawthorn Football Club are the ones that are defending the action, and we'll just all be called as witnesses, I dare say. So, as Fags, myself, and Joseph said all along, we just want to participate in whatever forum provides the opportunity to allow this to go to rest for everyone involved, the Indigenous guys, us. The footy clubs that are implicated in this, you know, Hawthorn are implicated, Brisbane are implicated, North Melbourne Footy Club are implicated. So it's been a tough road. It's nearly 2 years. We haven't got a resolution as yet, and if the federal court provides that platform to be able to do that, then we welcome it.
Do you see there's a chance to put context around some of the allegations, though?
Yeah, well, I think so, and but yeah, that'll play out in due course, and you know, we've had small opportunities to you know, participate in. The Human Rights Commission was a really productive couple of days, and unfortunately, if it was just probably left to the ones that are directly involved, it probably would have been resolved. But then, you know, the legals get involved. So yeah, we're hoping there'll be a resolution at some point in time and some context put to it all.
Do you think if the families wanted to resolve it, but their lawyers suggested they shouldn't?
Well, it's just adjustment. I think there was terrific goodwill from all parties in the Human Rights Commission, and then it goes beyond that and becomes more of a legal stoush. So yeah, we'll hopefully find a resolution elsewhere.
Is it hard to maintain that goodwill when the allegations get surfaced again publicly now?
No, not really, because yeah, the people that know us well, and certainly the you know, Jason and Chris, I know those two guys really well and trust with my life, you know. So yeah, we're just searching for the platform, and we've had different pieces of an investigation. You know, Judge Middleton came in and did his findings in the AFL internal investigation. Human Rights Commission haven't been able to find where we need to go with it, but you know, the opportunity might come with the federal court.
Is there anything you can say about any of the individual statements or allegations that have been made?
No, it's all just a process that we need to abide by in terms of the federal court now, and we'll leave it at that.